Ladies and gentlemen, we are now heading towards the Area 2 entrance. From here on out, we're going to be having Chapter 4. The Romanchka of the Illusionary Rejo. It's like high class society Romanchka. Let's go. Without further ado. Damn, I can't put my girl Mash with my girl Mash. It is a shame that from here on out I can't use Mash. It is a bit of a depression. I was talking about Grand Rider Boudica. Ooh, Boudica-chan. All right, here we go. はい、確認しました。あなたたちの通過機を許可します。It says, I have confirmed. I will now permit you to travel through to the second area. お尋ね者として咎められる、お尋ね者として咎められるとか思いましたが、あっさり取れましたね。はい、I thought we were going to get interrogated or questioned the sheer fact that we've asked this such suspicious questions, but he let us go pretty easily. Let me explain. Hey, welcome back, Junisu. Nah, what? It's Junish-chan. What are you doing here? It says, wait, you know Koenshaku? You know about her? It says, when I got to the island, she definitely guided us she definitely guided us to different many locations. Simultaneously, she praised my swimsuit so much. It says, I too as well, whenever I spend my time here, she has been quite the help. It says, however, I still know that you're still, I still know that you work under the president. It says, oh my, so strict. But we can leave that conversation to the side for now. Currently, all wanted and capture order has now been absolved, canceled by the president herself. That is the news that I wanted to tell you all. Why is that exactly? There's a special message that president has, so please look at this. So the president goes, it seems that you've caused quite the commotion. On top of that, I have no clue, and I don't know how you're able to pull it off, but I'm not going to question any further. Normally I should be capturing you all and putting you all into the slammer. Putting out into the slammer/reflection room, but I will absolve of your sins this time. It says, after all, if you live in a summer, if you live all summer long experiencing a runner's life, it would be a miserable way to enjoy my island, isn't it? It says, after all, this place is a perfect summer. No matter how foolish they may be, the president's summer will be given to you. It says, as long as you're not doing some shady stuff, right? As long as you're not like blocking the road or path or causing any harm or bothering to other customers. I would quote unquote overlook some of your transgressions and add a little bit of be careful next time decree. It says enjoy yourselves, and then once you get to the honest truth, you will be asking for your own will for me to take control of you. That's all the message we have. So please be relaxed and enjoy the President Island. Oh. It says it means that we can relax a lot more now. Yay, we can go back to that hotel. Oh, while we're here, please allow me to explain Area 2. There's a castle, right? Yes, that is correct. The motif is a little bit more European-esque side of things. The quote-unquote, the specialty is area leaders, quote-unquote, play events. Like playwright events. So it's essentially like an opera, like a show, like a Romeo and Juliet, like a Villainess. エリアすべての舞台につなぎ、作り、広げられる営業体験はあなたの物語の世界に。Every single area is a stage, and it is now for your story to interact with the world in this amazing playwright stage. 目指せ超スペクタクル異望院愛劇場 It says our objective is to reach the supreme spectacle of a illusionary love tragedy scheme. Okay, a little Broadway, little shenanigans there. That's what the area leader has written on her script. Yeah, Genmei Gekijo. Uh-oh. Oh, ai, koi, ai, そしてイチャラブ. It says, oh my goodness, love, yeah, love, falling in love, love story, and love, and quote-unquote, little flirting. Sounds all great. Yeah, sounds wonderful. Let us all get to this area immediately. It says, however, currently we have quite the problem. Due to the fact that we have this minor problem, our play that's in session is currently suspended. What? No way. But please do understand that if you can solve this problem, the area leader is willing to compensate and give you additional PP. And to be perfectly honest, it would greatly help us out as well, who is running things on our side as well. Mr. Maha. I am expecting great things. So with all that being said and told, island-wise, starting from Area 2, things get serious. It says, I hope the president and everybody else get excited and enjoy yourself to your heart's content. So, with that being said, I will see you next time. This was Junis. Damn, she just went in and went out. Why are you laughing? No, she's not laughing. That smile is, she's a little pissed. ああもあからさまに舐められればそうもなる. It says, yeah, the sheer fact that she's looking down on us so blatantly is pissing me off. What do you mean by that? The president thinks that we won't be able to do anything. and just kind of fly because the president thinks we won't be able to pull anything off. I don't like her. I don't like it. It says that's perfectly fine, I think, Shisho. It says, as expected, a master. In the end, all we need to do is just bite down the jugular and we win, right? It says, huh, if that is the case, then I will use this spear to compensate for all the things that she... Huh? We can definitely see some people fighting over each other. We should head that way. We'll find out. It says, that sounds great to me. If there's a castle, then that means there is a siege battle. This is going to be exciting, Musta, don't you think? It says, yep. Can we go a little peaceful? No, we're going to go, yep. It's siege time. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. No matter what it may be, we must hurry. Let's find out. Now, what's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? The Shark Knight says, are you all prepared? Yes. Ready. Then it's war time. Okay. Are you all ready? Yes. Ready? All right. Everybody charge. Make sure you bring victory to our princess. Hurrah! What is happening? There's just sharks that are just sharking around. This definitely does not have the atmosphere of a battlefield whatsoever. It says it's quite wholesome scene to witness. And at the same time, look, it seems that Mr. Shark looks a little different. It says, why are these sharks moving bipedal? What's going on here? To be perfectly honest with you, that is a very common logical thought process. However, I believe this is much better than the dolphins walking around. Isn't that an Elderidge comment? What is the dolphins walking, chat? I forgot the meme. It's better than dolphins walking, in my opinion. Oh, right. Yeah, it's Jandu's summer. It says now you don't don't say things like that. Dolphins are cute too, you know. 頭をねじ切っておもちゃにしてやるぜ、baby. It says, I'll twist your neck and make you, I'll twist your neck and make you into a toy, baby. Masta, what's wrong? Yeah, Masta, what's wrong? Did you catch a cold? Your face did not look good for a moment. Nothing. I just, imagined something we shouldn't have. It's Fran! Master! Good morning, Master! Miss Frankenstein! Clan Shaku! Good morning! So れはもしかして家庭詞という Oh! What you've just done is a curtsy, perhaps. Huh? Is it a move? Is it a weapon? What are you talking about? No, it's a European way of greetings of sort, specifically. And you would pinch the sides of the skirt and you bend your knee just a little bit to say your greetings. ここはね、これができるといっぱいすごい。It says, did you know if you can do that, this place is really cool? Oh, I see. It's really cool, huh? Yeah, I practiced. It's harder than you think. What kind of area is this, Fran? It's too hard to explain. Too much work. Please ask someone else. Like this person. Frankenstein, what's wrong? I feel like you called for me there. Oh, Master. So you have arrived as well. Welcome to Area 2. From here on out, explain this area. Thanks. Explaining this place, huh? I suppose I would be more befitting than you are. Got it. Leave it to me. It says, yeah. This location, the second area, is like a European, well, you can say Eastern side, yeah, Western side of, it's not that simple. Huh? Just understand it's easier to know that this is a lot more like a fantasy world. Fantasy, huh? Yep. It says specifically this area, within all the fantasies, it has been dissected and divided into this specific area called the Villainess area. Meaning that everybody here will tell you and show you the story of a villainous, the villainous quote unquote princess. I see. A villainous. 図書館通行のサーバントに聞いたことがあります。It says, I remember a certain servant that is constantly going to the library has explained me as such character. I have no clue what you're talking about, but being a bad guy is sometimes not a bad idea. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that before we got here, we saw a couple of guys kind of rambling over there. Master, do you know what a villainess or some story that's similar to that, perhaps? I do, or I don't. Let's go for I don't for more information. Then let me give you a TLDR of what kind of a story pattern of a villainous girl, of villainous arc, that could kind of be witnessed or foretold. We're going to get a quick TLDR of what a villainous is. Well, the current stage is a European-like area. Understand that most of these locations and places, nothing compared to the Europe. It's just, it's got a nobility and a social status ladder. But in this world, there's a lot of magic and spells, etc. Most of the time, the protagonist will most likely be a noble, either maiden or a noble maiden of a higher status. After all, she is technically the heel, the bad guy of the story. Huh? Technically, she's the bad guy? Yep. That's right. 低い身分の少女が高貴な身分の男性に始められ、将棋の気を下す結婚して祝福になる。A lower status young girl will fall in love with a high status man, and with a lot of trials and tribulations, and with all the things that get into the young girl's way, she doesn't break, and with her sheer determination, marries the male to live a happy ever after. Whenever those type of, the classic stories, usually a big bad or most of the time, a heel, aka a bad person or an antagonist will always be in our way, right? In this situation, think of it as like the former fiance that was supposed to contractually marry the high status man in the first place. Why don't you just steal her back by force? Well, we can put the Celtic style to the side for a moment. Oh, I think she feels bad. Well, with that story being said, usually they're the bad guys. And swapping that bad guy into a protagonist is what a villainous, the noble villainous storytelling is about. Kinda. Hikaresu kuro man. いわゆる it says, I have a quick question. Why the bad person? And why is she being why is she being a bad person? Is this like a pickless romance? That's not exactly it, really. It says, in these types of situations, the protagonist of the villainous noble maiden most of the time have some sort of hyperplot convenience and have their personality change tremendously, or something entirely happens that kind of changes their fate. Like, for instance, they got murdered and they got reincarnated, or they have a memory from a different world, or some locations 語釈の場合は大抵本来の物語が違う世界での講釈物になっているのが多いな。It says some ladders would go, most of the original story will be taking place in a different world, and it's creating a different route than how it used to be. Meaning, Estrella goes, I remember now. In this world is the doujinshi that I was reading right before my death. the villainous bad girl. Yeah, I want to beat. Yeah, I want to beat the villainous bad girl. Something like that. A former villainous noble maiden that either reincarnates or her normal sanity spikes into something else completely, and how she would try to keep her standings while trying to do things out of script or out of her ordinary characteristics, or how they would engage with others and treat others differently than their normal quota. And it's essentially Jikun is saying that like maybe picking another lover, and then Tsukasa goes, yeah, I thought she was already reserved to a married man. So Tsukasa is saying, isn't she technically a fiance, right? Fiance to the married man. Because you know they were promised that they're gonna marry each other later. It says yes, but once you become a villainess's, once you get to know the villainess's rotations and her side of the story, yeah, you could see it as, even though the fiance already had the villainous girl as a bride to be, he was out there flirting with other women, right? I don't think that person will be worthy, or they'll think that they would second guess that marrying that person of a human would be a bad idea. I think the thought process will go through. Is that how that goes? Well, there are some people that kind of says, in the end, as long as you belong to me or work beneath me, if you, in the end, if you're with me, they don't care. Kind of people do exist here and there, but I don't know anything about that, honestly. I suppose that's kind of the rundown of what a villainous traits are. I sincerely appreciate you giving me the light and quite cut rundown understanding of such detail. I'm going to switch topic though. Yes. What's wrong? What do you think about this singularity? This singularity is so this singularity is great, in my honest opinion. I think Master should take a 1-month vacation easily. Master, let's take a rest. Sleep in. Be lazy. It seems that they are mind controlled to an extent, aren't they? All right. Well, if that's the case, you two line up. Stand tall. Don't worry. It's just, you know, the usual. The usual, okay? Huh? Here? Oh, good. Now, it's time to battle! The fucking Tsukasa literally gaslit them to battle. Like, stand over there. Yeah, you know the usual. Yeah, right there. All right, it's time to battle! It's beatdown time. You knew it was gonna happen? Pretty much. Master, enjoy. Oh wow, they're actually nerfing themselves. That's funny. It says enjoy the vacation, let's have some fun.
よーく見ておきなさい。巻き込まれな。まあよかろう。
まあよかろ
カルデアス起動。空想の目は落ちた。もはやどこにも未来はない。神に神戸を垂れる時だ。プラネット俺の
神がかり的な早
う。Easy.
まあ神なんだ。
All right. That concludes Arrow 1. Took a little while, but we're here again. We're now in the Villainess slash, play stage area. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And what do you think? Do you like the Villainous genre? Tell me your favorite Villainous genre, manga or anime. Would love to research. Other than that, thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you in the next video. TTFN. Ta-da for now.